Om Shanti. Today is 5th of August 2020. Golden versions of Bap Dada. Essence. Sweet children, this most elevated confluence age is the age of benevolence. It is in this age that you have to become the masters of the land of Sri Krishna by studying. Question is, why does the father place the urn of knowledge on the mothers? What is the one system that only continues in Bharat? Answer is, the father placed the urn of knowledge on the mothers so that they can make everyone become pure from impure by tying a rakhi of purity on them. Only in Bharat does the system of Raksha Bandhan exist. A sister ties a Rakhi on her brother, thus symbolize purity. The father says, children, remember me alone and you will become pure. You will become the masters of the pure world. So, no one is an unique as the innocent Lord. Om Shanti. This is the praise of the innocent Lord, the one who is called the bestower. You children know who gave Shri Lakshmi and Narayan the fortune of their kingdom. It must definitely have been God who gave it because He is the one who established heaven. Just as the innocent Lord gave the sovereignty of heaven to Lakshmi and Narayan, so he also gave it to Krishna. Where you say Radhe and Krishna or Lakshmi and Narayan, it is the same thing. However, there is no kingdom now. No one except the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can give them their kingdom. Their births are said to be in heaven. Only you children know this. Only you children can explain about the birthday of Krishna. Since there is the birthday of Krishna, there must also be one for Radhe because both were residents of heaven. Radha and Krishna become Lakshmi and Narayan after their marriage. The main aspects is who gave them their kingdom. Main question is who gave them their kingdom? Who taught them this Raj Yoga and when? It would not have been taught in heaven. In the golden age, they are the most elevated beings. The golden age comes after the iron age. Therefore, they would surely have learned Raj Yoga at the end of the Iron Age so that they could attain their kingdom in their new birth. The old world changed into the pure new world. The purifier must definitely have come. Now, no one knows what religion exists at the confluence age. The most elevated confluence age that has been remembered is between the old world and the new world. Lakshmi and Narayan are the masters of the new world. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, taught those souls Raj Yoga in their previous birth. In their new birth, they receive the reward of the efforts they make at this time. This is called the most elevated benevolent confluence age. Someone must surely have taught them Raj Yoga at the end of their many births. In the Iron Age, there are many religions, whereas in the Golden Age, there is just the one deity religion. What is the religion that exists at the confluence age in which they make effort by and studying Raj Yoga to attain their reward in the golden age? It is understood that Brahmins are created through Brahma at the confluence age. It is also shown in the picture that the land of Krishna is established through Brahma. Whether you call it the land of Vishnu or the land of Narayan, it is the same thing. You know that you are becoming the masters of the land of Krishna through studying this and by becoming pure. Two factors of becoming a master of the land of Krishna. First is studying and second is purity. These are the various of God Shiva. This is the versions of God Shiva. It is the Krishna soul who becomes this at the end of his many births. He takes 84 births. In this 84 birth, he is named Brahma. Otherwise, where else would Brahma have become from? It God created creation. Then where did Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar come from? How were they created? Was some magic performed that made them emerge? Only the father tells you their history. When someone is adopted, his name is changed. This one did not have the name Brahma before. It is said at the end of many births, therefore he must surely have been an impure human being. No one knows where Brahma come from. Whose last birth of many births is this? It can only have been Lakshmi and Narayan who took many births. Lakshmi and Narayan took many births and at the last birth become Brahma and Saraswati. The name, form, place and time continue to change. The story of 84 births is written clearly in the picture of Krishna. Many pictures of Krishna are sold at the time of Janmashtami because everyone goes to a Krishna temple. They go to a temple of Radhe and Krishna. Radhe would definitely be with Krishna. Radhe and Krishna, the princess and prince. Then become Lakshmi and Narayan, the empress and emperor. They take 84 births and become Brahma and Saraswati in their last birth. The father enters him at the end of his many births and tells him, "You don't know about your births. You were Lakshmi and Narayan in your first birth, then you took this birth." However, they have mentioned the name Arjun. That Arjun was taught Raj Yoga. They have made Arjun separate, but his name was not really Arjun. There should be the life story of Brahma, but there is no mention of Brahma or Brahmins anywhere. Only the father sits here and explains these things. All of you, children, listen to these things and then explain them to others. They listen to devotional stories and then relate them to others. You listen to this and then relate it to others. This is the most elevated confluence age, the leap age, the extra age. When there is a leap month, there are 13 months. The festivals they celebrate every year are of this confluence age. No one knows about this most elevated confluence age. It is at this confluence age that the Father comes and inspires you to make a promise to become pure. He established the pure world out of the impure world. The system of the system of Raksha Bandhan only exists in Bharat. A sister ties a Rakhi on the wrist of his brother. But that Kumari then become impure, the father has now placed the urn of knowledge on your mothers. This is why the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris inspire others to make a promise to become pure while they are tying a Rakhi on them. The father says, "Remember me alone and you will become pure," and then the master of the pure world. However, there is no need to tie a rakhi, etc. This is just an explanation given to you. Sages and sannyasis ask for donations. Some say, give your anger as a donation. Some says, don't eat onion anymore. They ask for the donation of whatever they themselves don't eat. It is the unlimited Father who inspires you to make the most important promise of all. If you want to become pure, remember the purifier Father. You have been become impure since the copper age. The whole world cycle now has to become pure, and only the Father can accomplish this. No human being can be the bestower of salvation for all. Only the Father makes you promise to become pure. Bharat used to be pure heaven. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the purifier. Krishna can't be called the purifier. He takes birth, his parents are also sure. It is Shiv alone who has a divine Bharat. He himself gives his own introduction of how he enters an ordinary body. He definitely has to take the support of a body. I am the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, and the one who teaches Raj Yoga. Only the Father is the creator of heaven and the one who inspired the destruction of hell. Hell doesn't exist when heaven exists, either heaven or hell. So Baba says that hell doesn't exist when heaven exists. It is now the extreme depth of hell when the Iron Age has become completely Tamopradhan hell. The Father comes and creates Satopradhan heaven. He makes it 100% pure from 100% impure. The first birth will definitely be Satopradhan. You children have to churn the ocean of knowledge and give lectures. Each one's way of explaining will be different. The Father himself explains one thing today and something else tomorrow. It can't be the same explanation all the time. Even if someone were to listen to these things accurately from a tape, he wouldn't be able to relate them accurately. There would definitely be some difference. You know that everything that the Father tells you is fixed in drama. He tells you today, word by word, exactly what he told you a cycle ago. This record is recorded. God Himself says, I speak to you the exact words that I spoke to you 5,000 years ago. The shooting of this drama has already taken place. There can't be the slightest difference in this. Such a teeny soul is filled with the recorded. Your children understand when the birth of Krishna took place. It would be said to be a few days less than 5,000 years before today because he is now studying. The new world is being established. Your children should have so much happiness in your hearts. You know that the Krishna soul has been around the cycle of 84 births. He is now returning to the name and from the Krishna. It is shown in the picture how he is kicking the old world away and holding the new world on his palm. He is now studying. This is why it is said that Sri Krishna is coming. The Father definitely takes him at the end of his many births. Krishna will take birth when this study become to an end. Little time remains for this study. Krishna definitely has to take birth after all the innumerable religions have been destroyed. It will not just be Krishna alone, there will be the whole land of Krishna. It is you Brahmins who study Raj Yoga and then claim the deity status. You become deities through this knowledge. The Father comes and changes ordinary human into deities through this study. This is a patshala. This takes the most time. The study is easy. It is yoga that require efforts. You can tell them how the Krishna soul is now studying Raj Yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Shiva Baba is teaching us souls through Brahma is ordinary to give us the kingdom of the land of Vishnu. We, children of Prajapita Brahma, are Brahmins. This is the confluence age. This is a very small age. The top knot is the smallest. Then, bigger than that is the face, then the arms, then the stomach, and then the legs. They show a variety form image, but no one is able to give an explanation of it. You children have to explain the secrets of the cycle of 84 births. After the birth of Shiva, there is the birth of Krishna. This confluence age is for you children. The iron age has finished for you. The father says, sweet children, I have now come to take you to the land of peace and the land of happiness. You were residents of the land of happiness and you then went to the land of sorrow. You call out, Baba, come to this old world, this is not your world. What are you doing now? You are establishing your world with the power of yoga. You have to become non-violent. Neither must you use the sword of lust, nor must you fight or quarrel. The father says, I come every 5,000 years. It is not a question of hundreds of thousands of years. The father says, while giving donations, doing tapasya and having sacrificial fires, etc., you have continued to come down. In devotion, you do many rituals, but you always, Baba says, downfall. It is only by studying knowledge that you can have salvation. Human beings are sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhakaran. They don't awaken at all. This is why the Father says, I come every cycle. I too have a part in the drama. I can't do anything without a part. I am also tied in the bondage of this drama. I come at my precious time. According to the drama plan, I take you children back home. I now say, Man Mana Bhav. But no one understands the meaning of this. The father says, renounce all bodily relations and remember me alone, and you will become pure. You children continue to make effort to remember the Father. This is God's university. There can't be any other university of God that can grant salvation to the whole world. God, the Father, comes and changes the world Himself. He changed it from hell into heaven, where you rule. Shiv is also called Babul Nath, Lord of Thorns, because he comes and liberates you from the sword of lust and purifies you. On the path of devotion, there is a great deal of external show. Here, you have to remember the Father in silence. Those people do all types of Hatha Yoga, etc. Their path of isolation is totally separate. They believe in the Brahm element. Those who believe in that element are those who have yoga with the elements. That is the residence of souls, which is called Brahmand. Those people consider the Brahm element to be God and think that they will merge into that. This means that they make souls mortal. The Father says, I come and grant salvation to everyone. Only Shiv Baba grants salvation to everyone. Therefore, he is like a diamond. He takes you to the golden age. This birth of yours is also as valuable as a diamond. You then go into the golden age, thus as the Father who comes and teaches you this knowledge, through which you become deities. This knowledge then disappears. Lakshmi and Narayan neither have knowledge of the Creator nor of creation. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, a remembrance, and good morning from the father, mother, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual mother, to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. First point is, while living in this old world, become doubly non-violent and establish your new world with the power of yoga. Make your life as valuable as a diamond. Second point is, churn the things that the Father tells you and then relate them to others. Constantly maintain the intoxication of knowledge that when this study comes to an end, you will go to the land of Krishna. Blessings is, today Baba give bliss. May you truly die alive and transform all wastefulness with pure intentions and elevated feelings. Explanation is, Bab Dada's Shrimat is, children, do not listen to anything wasteful, nor speak anything wasteful, or think anything wasteful. Always think with pure feelings and speak auspicious words. Listen to anything wasteful with pure intentions. Be one who has pure and positive thoughts for others, and they will transform the intentions behind the words. Always let your intentions and feelings be elevated. Transform yourself and do not think about transforming others. Transformation of the self becoming transformation of others. In this, let me be first. Only in this life of dying alive is there pleasure. This is known as the great sacrifice. In this, die happily. This dying is living. This is the true donation of life. Slogan is, with concentration of thoughts. With concentration of thoughts, elevated transformation takes place at the fast speed. Okay, Om Shanti. Now remembering Baba for the 5 minutes.
जिंदगी हमारी प्रभु आपका प्रसाद है। जिंदगी हमारी प्रभु आपका प्रसाद है। नीत से ही आपके सानिध्य से ही आपके हर पल